For years, Heartland fans have dreamed of an impossible scenario. What if Ty Borden were to return? His tragic passing in season 14 left an irreplaceable void in the series, especially in Amy's heart. The idea of his return seems like something out of a fantasy, but in the world of television, anything is possible. Whether through a shocking twist, an emotional dream sequence, or an unexpected explanation, Season 19 could bring back the character who once symbolized love, resilience, and healing. But if Ty were to return, how would it happen? More importantly, how would Amy react to seeing the love of her life again after all these years? Imagine the scene. It's a quiet morning at Heartland Ranch. The sun rises slowly over the rolling fields, casting a golden glow on the land. Amy stands by the paddock, watching Spartan graze. It's a moment of peace, but there's something in the air, an unshakable feeling that today is different. As she strokes Spartan's mane, a sudden gust of wind blows through the barn doors. Amy turns instinctively, and her eyes land on a shadowy figure standing in the distance. Her breath catches in her throat as the silhouette steps forward, revealing the face she thought she would never see again, Ty. Amy's initial reaction would be a mixture of disbelief, shock, and overwhelming emotion. Could it really be him? She had spent years grieving, learning to live without him, raising their daughter Lindy on her own, and now here he was, standing just a feet away. Her mind would race with questions. Was she dreaming? Had she lost her grip on reality? Or was there a real explanation for his return? If the show decided to bring Ty back in a dramatic way, there could be a backstory revealing that he never actually died. Perhaps he was forced into hiding due to a life-threatening situation, something far more complex than anyone ever realized. Maybe he was working undercover to protect his family, or he had suffered memory loss from an accident and had only just regained his past. No matter the reason, the truth would be difficult for Amy to accept. Tears would fill her eyes, but instead of rushing to embrace him, she would step back, her emotions swinging between anger and longing. "Ty," she would whisper, her voice barely audible. "Is this possible?" Ty, looking equally emotional, would struggle for words. "Amy, I never wanted to leave, but I had no choice." The weight of those words would hit Amy like a tidal wave. She had mourned him, learned to live without him, and now he was standing in front of her, expecting her to believe that it had all been a misunderstanding. Her grief would mix with frustration. She would demand answers, her voice rising with pain and disbelief. "Do you have any idea what I've been through?" she would say, her eyes burning with tears. "What Lindy has been through? We thought you were gone. We grieved you. I built a life without you." Ty's face would reflect his own heartbreak. "I know, Amy, and I've thought about you both every single day." The scene would be one of the most emotional in Heartland history. Amy, torn between love and betrayal, would struggle with whether to embrace Ty's return or push him away for good. Would she be able to trust him again? Could she allow herself to reopen the wounds she had tried so hard to heal? Meanwhile, the rest of the Heartland family would be equally stunned. Jack, Lou, and Tim would all have their own reactions, ranging from shock to cautious hope. And Lindy, still young but old enough to understand, would be the most fragile piece of this reunion. Would she remember her father? Would she welcome him with open arms, or would she feel like a stranger was trying to step back into her life? Amy's journey since Ty's departure has been one of growth and resilience. She found strength in herself, focused on being a mother, and rediscovered her passion for training horses. His return would shake everything she thought she had settled in her heart. The biggest question would remain: could they pick up where they left off, or had too much time passed? In the end, Amy would have to decide if she was willing to take a leap of faith. Would she let herself love Ty again, knowing the risk of heartbreak? Or would she protect herself and Lindy by keeping her distance? As the sun sets over Heartland, the final moments of this imaginary season 19 premiere would leave fans on the edge of their seats. Amy and Ty standing side by side, the weight of their past and future hanging between them. She would take a deep breath, looking at him with a mix of fear and longing. "I don't know what the future holds, Ty," she would say softly, "but if you're really back, we'll figure it out together." And with that, Heartland would set the stage for one of its most emotional and compelling seasons yet. Would you want Ty Borden to return in season 19? How do you think it should happen? Let us know in the comments.